The space has to be there to accommodate the space-occupying galaxies. Who created the space? Who created the expanse of firmament? Hazrat Ali al-Islam has aptly explained in his sermon while speaking on the creation of the universe in Nahjul Balagha. He says, when Almighty created the openings of atmosphere, referring to space, creation of space, when Almighty created the openings of atmosphere, expanse of firmament and straight of winds, He flowed into it water, whose waves were stormy and whose surges leapt one over the other. And finally, Hazrat Ali al-Islam goes on proving how ultimately the heavens and earth got created. But here from Hazrat Ali's speech, it seems that the water is the initial creation of the whole matter. Water contains hydrogen and oxygen. Again, same thing that we find in Big Bang, where the explosion starts from singularity. What's that? The burning mass of gas containing hydrogen. What helps hydrogen undergo burning? It's oxygen. I invite readers to see how beautifully Hazrat Ali al-Islam comments upon the creation of Adam al-Islam in his sermon in Nahjul Balagha. How can the universe, which is nothing but the collection of huge mass of unconscious atoms, come into existence on its own without a guiding knowledge and omnipotent wisdom? Evolutionists fail to explain as to what is behind the unconscious atoms that guided them to give rise to the highly ordered, well-planned and sophisticated universe, and not on top of the life which God has made spirit to life as matter. Human being is called macrocosmos, the bigger universe. Human being, macrocosmos, whereas this universe is called microcosmos. Evolutionists cannot defend themselves by talking high of the survival of the fittest, by which they try to prove the continuance of the species, which stands invalidated in this modern era of scientific advancements and researches. Evolutionists cannot prove that the genetic mutations lead to any benefit, rather they are disastrous and detrimental. Evolutionists could not produce the intermediate or transitional forms of species. If Darwin himself had admitted this fact that if the intermediate or transitional forms could be discovered, his whole theory will turn upside down. That's what Dr. Rashid initially pointed towards. Evolutionists cannot prove the matter or the universe to be the eternal or the absolute, which I have explained in my book. We don't have time to explain more. I'm coming to conclusion. Evolutionists therefore cannot prove that this universe or the life in the universe is the result of unconscious coincidences or chances. We conclude here by adhering to the concept of creation by a super conscious wisdom, the Almighty God, the Allah without whom no creation is possible. Lastly, as I had made up my mind to prove this Darwin's story of evolution as a baseless story, Alhamdulillah, my researches have led me to success through the book which we just released here. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Rauf, for sharing your valuable views with us. Socrates says, the unexamined life is not worth living. And James Cook, the British explorer, says, at daylight in the morning, we discover a being that appeared to be tolerant, balanced, stern, but always into which I resolve to go with the ship. Now I invite Dr. Shabir Karim, a well-known pulmonologist, to raise the dice by conveying the message of Allah and His precious views about the said topic. Dr.
So much has been said that I don't think I have any more time left. So all I then have to say is, whenever we come to discuss about topics like evolution and creation, one of the most important things to understand and remember is what is our concept of truth? What do you understand by truth? So the question now is, it is not your belief in the truth. It's not what you get by believing in the truth. It's what you become by having that faith and belief in the truth. And I think that is the most important thing you have to remember. I think one of the greatest things that has ever happened in life is that no matter how we have tried to call Adam the great prophet, the first creature of God, as the descendant of monkeys or gorillas, because what we want to talk about in evolution, I mean, all these things has mapped is its own natural destruction. That's the beautiful thing about truth. Truth, no matter, it's like a balloon. No matter how hard you try to submerge it inside the water, with the greatest capacity, it will pop up back and show itself. So it doesn't really matter whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it. The truth remains that God the Almighty created this beautiful creation that we call the universe. And the most important thing to remember about this is that right from the day one that God created, He made sure that you and I all understand this. So how are we going to understand His massive, such a majestic creation? He did not leave this earth even for a day without a prophet, without His representative on earth. Now we may have misunderstandings about the way we understand, but in a group of intellectuals, I invite all the intellectuals, including the Muslim intellectuals, to realize this one fact, that God has never ever left this earth without His representative. Now when we talk about truth, it's not only the truth about evolution and creation. The truth that I want to really bring up to, and I want you to give it a thought as an intellectual, is that a mind is like a parachute. It only works best when it is open. So when we got all the hang-ups about our upbringing, it doesn't mean that whatever that you have been given as a belief, you accept it. You question it. That's your right. Because that's what your intellectual capacity tells you. You must question it. And in this regard, when we talk about truth, we must understand that truth is only the truth when it's also the sources from where you get the truth are acceptable and have maintained their authenticity. There are a lot of truths that we get about. The thing that I'm trying to talk about is what Dr. Rauf in his book has talked about. There are a lot of Muslims who have discussed about evolution and creation. They've given beautiful examples. But one of the things that I really want to congratulate Dr. Rauf about is he's mentioning the work of Imam Ali. Imam Ali, the fourth caliph of the Muslims and the first Imam of Islam, is somebody that we need to understand in a better term. I think we as intellectuals have been very unfair to this particular creature of God. He was the representative of God. He was not elected by us. There is a difference. That is why God has taken the responsibility of looking after His land, looking after this earth, looking after this universe. He has taken over the responsibility. So we do not in any way create our own creatures and our own representatives. What is important to remember is that God has never, ever, ever changed His style of governance right from the day He created Adam, right to the day of judgment. He has never, ever changed His style of giving us a representative on this earth. And it is important to remember this whole context. Because of this, I really invite every intellectual, especially the Muslim intellectuals, to go through the book that Dr. Rauf has constantly referred to, the book what we call Nahj al-Balagha. Read it with an open mind. Try to understand what this man, the representative of God, not our electee, but a representative of God, when God sends anybody to earth, please understand one simple rule about God's representative on earth. They know the language of His creation. They can speak with the ants, they can speak with the animals, they can speak with creatures of any languages, because that is the beauty about it. So the important thing to remember in this particular gathering is I invite you to read the book of Dr. Rauf from this particular aspect as well, because there are some beautiful things that Imam Ali can say that we never ever get time or the opportunity to read, because most of us have not even gone through this kind of book. So I think those aspects are more valid in the current world of Muslim intellectuals. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sharif. The contemporary Kashmiri poet Agha Shahid Ali, who has lived in America for many years, writes, "Where are you now? Who lies beneath your sickle tonight? Before you agonize him in farewell tonight? Those fabrics of Kashmir to make me beautiful, drinking to dim, me to adorn, how tell tonight. I beg for heaven, presence, let open your gates, a refugee from thee seeks a cell tonight." Now let me call on the mic Professor Dr. Nisar to say a word of encouragement to Dr. Rauf for his book, The Creation Narration.
Is it now? Because it's not in our Shaylan's Melissa, Sunday Martins. ज्ञानपीठ अवार्डी, पद्म भूषण अवार्डी, साहित्य अकादमी अवार्डी, जनाब नारायण साहब, जनाब Riazvi Sahab, and respected author, Dr.Rauf Husain Beigh Sahab, respected medical fraternity, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. सबसे पहले मैं मौलाना साहब और दूसरे हजरात से भी माजरत चाहूँगा कि जो ऑथर ज़ेर बहस इस वक्त है, उन्होंने किताब अंग्रेज़ी में लिखी है, तो मैं सारी महफिल सलमानी से इजाज़त चाहूँगा, मुझे भी इजाज़त दें to say a few words in English. I may be a little more comfortable in speaking in English. At the very outset, I thank Dr. Rauf. I call him Pinsa because I knew him as a kid. We have brought him up. And I have been delighted and thrilled when on the roadside he told me that you have to come and release the book. I'm extremely thankful to him for inviting me to this audience. And it is a source of inspiration to me, who are in a different profession. So he is a physician, every day going to the clinic. And he has imbibed in himself how Kitab al-Mubin can reach to the people in terms of science. I am reminded of a lecture delivered in Osmania University, Hyderabad in the 80s, where Professor Salam, Nobel laureate, delivered a lecture. That was his Nobel lecture at the university. We were present. I was undergoing my PhD over there. Incidentally, I have used in economics, entropy, thermodynamic laws to see economic disorders in the society, inequality, etc. So at the end of the lecture, Professor Salam wrote a verse from the Quran. The theory on which he was awarded Nobel Prize was a theory of unification in physics. He said, the source of inspiration to develop this theory of unification is Holy Quran, where the verse says, God has created the world in pairs. हमने हर चीज़, हर खलक को pairs में पैदा किया है, married pairs.
A lot has been written on science and Quran, and this book is yet another contribution to translate holy verses, how it demonstrates science and Darwin's theory of evolution. The creation of evolution is yet another contribution in science in terms of Quranic verses, which author himself explained. Recently there was a lecture, Science in Holy Quran. I was approached to deliver a talk in that degree college. Unfortunately, I had to move out, so I sent a written text. While one of the aspects I had said, the whole universe is governed by normal distribution. It's a law. Sometimes we call it large numbers. It's a law like Newton's law, rather more superior than Newton's law, which says God has created the world in order. It is in order. The living things and non-living, they follow a normal distribution. Normal distribution की एक curve है, इस तरह bell shape, based on a mathematical equation. I was going towards Vilna side one day, attending Sangam meeting of Secretary. A boy just approached to me across the road. He said, "Your professor is so and so to do this. That is created by human sins. Could you please tell me on the roadside?" I couldn't make out that. I told him, if you are in a classroom, after university or president or in a city college, see how many males and how many females are there, count them. That counts. To even to आपको सामने से 20 लड़कियां मिलेंगी, किसी लड़के की इस तरह have 2 more classes combined. अभी वो है कौन? आपको 30 लड़कियां मिलेंगी, 70 लड़के मिलेंगे. Further go large more sample. As sample density is large, पूरा district पूरा पूरी state, we find God is made 1,000 men to 1,000 women. There is a tendency to this law. And if you take the world as it works, you find the corresponds 1 to 1. This is the law. This applies, this is Leibniz is applicated in the entire human society. So, the present work of art, I have to attend some PhD while my phone when it doesn't go ahead, I sign this. The new committee is still signed without the things. So, God has created this whole universe based on. In my childhood, in philosophy, we studied a number of philosophers: Descartes, Spinoza, John Locke, Rousseau, Hegel. One of the philosophers I studied is David Hume. David Hume has written on existentialism, the theory of creation and evolution, and he believes nothing exists in the world. What exists then? What exists is contribution of your own mind. There exists a chair. The chair doesn't exist. What do you see? You see its form, its shape, its color. It looks to you a chair, but the chair itself doesn't exist. You have a cup of tea. Someone says sugar is more, some say sugar is less. Some say there is no sugar at all. The cup of tea in itself doesn't exist. What exists is the contribution of your own mind that makes the thing to exist. Otherwise, the thing doesn't exist. So one day, David Hume was walking along Lycor Boulevard Road, and his friend, he just stayed back a few yards and threw a stone on his leg. David Hume got a pinch and said, "Who has thrown a stone on my leg?" The friend told him, "David, the stone doesn't exist. Why do you say who has thrown a stone on my leg?" He says, "Yeah, that is all a philosophy and a theory. I know the stone exists." So, one of the striking things that has struck me today is a person in the field of medicine has inquisitive mind to go into investigation of how Quran is a scientific book. And Allah says
time and again in many verses. It is a book of science. What has been written on it? And one of the inspiration to us is the people who are in different fields. They go into this kind of a field and try to communicate to the world. This may not necessarily be consumed by the Muslim world. This is required more to be consumed by non-Muslim world. That how the book which we are following is a book of science, where we have no place for what the sins are being committed, whether by Muslims or non-Muslims today. So it is a good message through scientific approach. Therefore, many of us who are engaged in research with the inquisitive mind, they need to carry forward this kind of inquisitive mind and carry out as much research as possible. I personally believe in science. There are two terms generally we define, the discovery and invention. The basic research is invention. Discovery is invention का पर्दाफाश करना. To me, as a non-science person, if I am called so, though I belong to economic science, I have read physics and other subjects in my childhood, I believe God has created. Newton's theories, God already created. Magnetic influence of land, earth. Apple fell on the ground. This happened before Newton, this happened after Newton. It did exist. God created. The Newton law was created by God himself. But what is new to the world by Newton? What is given by Newton to the world is pardafash. The inventions, the mysteries created by God on earth. Those mysteries are to be explained by mankind. Why? God says again in Holy Book, you mankind, I have given you a different faculty. Faculty varies from living organism to living organism. If you see a kite from 200 meters in air, she can target your hand if you carry a piece of meat. From 200 meters, the kite sees visibly the piece of meat in your hand and make it soft target 100% with accuracy. But I cannot see from 10 meters. Why? God knows that I have to give kite that kind of a faculty. God has given to the kite that faculty which I don't need. I have given a different faculty which kite doesn't need, but I need. It's a mental faculty. Therefore, among the living creatures, God tells in the Holy Book to this man, you are the same as other creatures. The difference is, I have created you, Ashraful Makhluqat. I have given you the brain. Why I have given you the brain? Pardafash. The mysteries I have created in the world, in whole of Kainat, discover. These are my inventions. You discover them, disseminate to the public. Why do you disseminate to the public? I want bell-shaped curve of the world, law of normal distribution to prevail, so that people don't deviate, whether they are living on earth, they are doing atomic research, they are teaching in classroom, they are going to the clinics, they are doing engineering, or they are Shariat Madars and ulama going to the publics, speaking to public. They don't deviate from the normal distribution. That is why you have to uncover these inventions. These would be your discoveries. I have given you the faculties for discoveries. And I believe I don't have given you faculties for inventions. These are my creations. I know mysteries, where lies what. सारे पहाड़ों और ज़मीनों में हमने खजाने रखे. I know that. You discovered them. I have given you. You are a superior creature. So therefore, the science, Kitab al-Mubin, is full of science if we interpret, if we read with that mind. Fortunately or unfortunately, Muslim world, as I believe, over 1400 years, they have not approached And maybe I don't go into history of that. There were so many wars, there were so many conflicts in the Islamic world among Muslims that discredited the Muslim society today. We find Muslims have not gone into the science part of polygram. I remember we had one of the communications in the University of Kashmir where we invited the then Prime Minister, Mr. Beigh. Beigh had a mindset. I was sitting in Vice Chancellor's room then because he had hijacked me to his room. I had prepared 9-volume report of the university which enabled the university to get grade A. We attended convocation and it was all army sponsored and cordoned, and we had a limited line, limited people invited over the line. Mr. Beigh says in his usual style, with eyes closed, Chhatra log aate hain. After he delivered convocation address, he had a mindset, people will rise, students will rise, shout slogans against me and all. But everything was so calm and so peaceful, as it is otherwise. Then, in his usual way, Chhatra log aate hain, class hoti hai, teacher log aate hain, 4-5 questions will be each. Next morning, my Vice Chancellor calls me. He said, what Mr. Beigh was saying? I told him, he has a mindset. They feel it is a society of Muslims, Kashmiri Muslims. They have been carrying guns. They are like Talibans, Afghans, like that. They wear the Khan dress kurta and looking like Talibans and all. We don't think that their faculties are so upright that we may not have this kind of a mindset. I told him, he said, okay, could you issue a newsletter? I told him, why? If you support me, I will bring out a volume within a month. That I give you the date. By 30 the day, it would be printed form, the way the book is here now. He supported me with a lot of hard work, and I told Beigh, our academic, inquisitive mind and research mind of people of Kashmir has been not now, but centuries and centuries old. We had university and residential colleges as way back as 800 years. Kutubuddin Pora 1, residential university in Navar. I took 300 copies to United States. I went to a number of states, in the number of universities in various states in America. I distributed there. Then I sent these copies to all MPs, all ministers, ambassadors, everything. All these. First letter I got, letter of acknowledgement, was Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, followed by Brijesh Mishra, all others who were in the office. That shows our minds are inquisitive. It is not what is your minds. That is what Kashmir society is. We have learning heritage, inquisitive heritage, for centuries. And I told one of my friends in Sikkims, heading one department, and I also told even day before, on 15th occasion of August, we were sitting together, scoffed by Chancellor, that there is a need now, as our Dr. Sheikh pointed out to that. I made my humble efforts years back towards that what you are saying, that we have a pool of talent and inquisitive minds, and we have a vacuum area of opinion and scientific thought. There's a total vacuum. We need to pool this talent from SKIMS, from my university, from SCOST, and from other universities. But I do not succeed in this venture. I still hope that we are also form a consortium of intelligence or intellect comprising scientists of different disciplines, and we'll be able to form this forum and come up with tangible public policy for whether it is a health or it is engineering, it is a human welfare, it is economic development, and so on. So in this way, we'll be able to use our mind, academics, for the benefit of people, armed people. That is the message I have to draw from scientific interpretation of curriculum, and that is the message we have to put forth to the rest of the world. Otherwise, when we travel internationally, it is very difficult to say my name is this, if you are Muslim. Very difficult.
because such a prophet is there. Why we are having a rich history and our names are not like having we could fight the war with our inquisitive mind. That inquisitive mind and right, those are more powerful than battle of guns. So therefore, this is one humble effort Dr. Rauf has made. I place on record my acknowledgement and appreciate this venture. I hope many of us will follow the suit and will carry forward the same spirit and go on researching, translating Holy Quran through scientific means and scientific theories and theorems. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Nisan. मैं नहीं जानता फना बका मगर, मैं नहीं जानता फना बका मगर, तेरी नज़र बका की बका है ये खबर, तेरी नज़र बका की बका है ये खबर, और दिया हसन लव हुसैन हरारत फातिमा है, दिया हसन लव हुसैन हरारत फातिमा है, चिराग कुल मोहम्मद अली ज़हूर जलाल से। अब मैं दावा देता हूँ जनाब शेख गुलाम रसूल नूरी साहब को, जो इख्तितामी खुतबा पढ़ेंगे और दुआ से मजलिस का इख्तिताम करेंगे। जनाब नूरी साहब।
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق ثم الصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين مولانا وسيدنا وشفيع ذنوبنا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين أما بعد فقد قال سبحانه تبارك وتعالى في محكم كتاب المبين وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نون والقلم وما يسطرون. عزیزان گرامی، اول کے بہرحال ہمیں آپ کو تبریک و تہنیت عرض کرنا چاہیے، اس لیے کہ ہم اس وقت ایسی محفل میں بیٹھے ہوئے ہیں جہاں پر ایک تو تخلیق کی بات ہے اور ایک قلم کی بات ہے. اس لیے کہ بہرحال تخلیق کار کوئی بھی ہو اور اس کی تخلیق تب تک محدود رہتی ہے جب تک اس تخلیق کا اثر دوسرے تک نہ پہنچ جائے، اور یہ تخلیقات دوسرے تک پہنچانے کے لیے دو ذریعے ہیں، اور اگر سامنے والا ہے تو زبان سے وہ اندر کا جو خیال ہے، چاہے تخلیق ہو چاہے کوئی بھی ہو، اور زبان کے ذریعے سامنے والے کو ہم مخاطب کر سکتے ہیں، یا اگر سامنے والا نہیں ہے بہت دور والا ہے تو اس وقت جو بہرحال ضروری ہے کہ ہم قلم کا سہارا لیتے ہیں. اور یہ قلم کتنا عظیم ہے. ہم ڈاکٹر رؤوف صاحب کو مبارکباد دینا چاہتے ہیں، تہنیت و تبریک عرض کرنا چاہتے ہیں کہ آپ نہ سوچئے کہ یہ کوئی معمولی کام ہے، بلکہ یہ ہاتھ میں قلم کا آنا، یہ قلم کتنا عظیم ہے. خلاق کائنات پروردگار عالم قرآن پاک میں ارشاد فرما رہا ہے اور قسم کھا کے کہہ رہا ہے، اس لیے کہ یہ جس کائنات کی تخلیق کا جوہر جو ہے، اس کائنات کا مغز جو ہے، اس سارے کائنات جس نے ہم کو تخلیق کے بارے میں بتایا، چاہے وہ آسمان کی تخلیق ہو، چاہے زمین کی تخلیق ہو، چاہے انسان کی تخلیق ہو، چاہے عرش و فرش کی تخلیق ہو، جس نے ہم کو خلقت کے بارے میں بتایا وہ ایک ذات مقدس ہے، جناب سرور کائنات محمد رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وآلہ وسلم. آج اگر ہم تخلیق کی باتیں کرتے ہیں، چاہے قرآن کی زبانی، ہمیں ابھی آپ نے سنا ڈاکٹر رؤوف صاحب کی زبانی کتنی آیتیں آپ کے سامنے پیش کی گئیں، یا بزمان مولا کائنات امیر المومنین علی ابن ابی طالب علیہ السلام جن کا شہکار نہج البلاغہ ہے، جو بھی ہے، چاہے علی کی زبان ہو، چاہے وہ مصحف ہو جس پر آیات الہی ہیں، یہ سب وہی ہے جو یا تو حضور کی زبان سے نکلا یا تو حضور کی گود میں پروان چلا. یہی تو ہے، اور اس کے علاوہ کیا ہے؟ اگر ہم آج قرآن کو قرآن مانتے ہیں، آیات الہی کو آیات الہی مانتے ہیں، اس لیے تو مانتے ہیں کہ حضور اتنے امانت دار تھے کہ ان کی زبان سے جاری ہوا کہا یہ قرآن ہے، ان کی زبان سے جاری ہوا کہا یہ تخلیق ہے، ان کی زبان سے جاری ہوا جو کچھ ہوا یا مولا کائنات امیر المومنین علی بن ابی طالب علیہ السلام کی زبان سے. تو عزیزان گرامی، ایسی ذات مقدس جن کے خیالات اتنے بلند، میں کیا عرض کروں کہ جن کے بارے میں خلاق کائنات نے کہا وما ینطق عن الہوی ان هو الا وحی یوحی، یہ کچھ بولتا ہی نہیں بلکہ وہی بولتا ہے جو ہم وحی کرتے ہیں. جب وحی آتی ہے تو وہی بولتا ہے. تو جب اس کے بعد اس ذات مقدس کو کسی نے چھیڑا، ذرا سی بے ادبی کی، ذرا سی توہین کی، تو خلاق کائنات، سمجھے ذرا توجہ فرمائیے گا، جب ہمیں کسی بات کی اہمیت کو واضح کرنا ہوتا ہے ہم قسم کھاتے ہیں. کس چیز کی قسم؟ جو سب سے زیادہ محبوب ہوتی ہے یا سب سے زیادہ عظیم ہوتی ہے. کوئی مثلا آج دیکھیے ہمارے معاشرے میں قسم کھائی جاتی ہے، کوئی نبی کی قسم کھاتا ہے. کیوں؟ اس لیے نبی محترم ہے نا، نبی صاحب عظمت ہے نا. یا ہم کسی اور کی چیز کی قسم کھاتے ہیں جو ہمیں محبوب ہوتا ہے، پیارا ہوتا ہے. مگر جب محبوب الہی کو، حبیب رب العالمین کو، محبوب رب کائنات کو جب کسی نے ذرا بے ادبی کی، صرف اتنا ہی کہا کہ آپ کا خیال صحیح نہیں ہے، یا ایھا الذی نزل علیہ ذکر انک لمجنون، ایسی باتیں کر رہے ہیں کہ کائنات کو کوئی پیدا کرنے والا ہے. بھئی اسی کو تو چھیڑا تھا. ارے یہ کہیے تخلیق ہی نہیں ہے بلکہ بس ایسے ہی ہے، کوئی چیز ہے، کوئی دھماکہ ہے، کچھ ہے نہیں. بس آپ وہی بات کہیے کہ نبی کریم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے یہی تو فرمایا تھا، کوئی نہ کوئی خالق ہے، کوئی بنانے والا ہے، کوئی تخلیق کار ہے. تو ذرا بے ادب نے اتنی بے ادبی کا کہ کہا انک مجنون، آپ دیوانے، یہ دیوانے کی باتیں ہیں. اگر کوئی یہ کہے کہ کائنات کو کوئی خالق ہے تو یہ دیوانگی ہے. تو نبی کریم کے بنانے والے نے تخلیق کہا، اللہ اکبر، پروردگار عالم نے خود کہا میرے لیے بھی تم جواب دے دو، جواب میں دوں گا. مگر قسم کھا کے، کس چیز کی قسم کھائی اس پروردگار عالم نے؟ ارشاد ہوتا ہے نون والقلم وما یسطرون، قسم ہے قلم کی اور قسم ہے اس تحریر کی جو قلم نے لکھ دی، یا قسم ہے اس چیز کی جس میں قلم نے لکھا. بس اتنا ہی کہنا چاہتا، اللہ آواز دینا چاہتا ہے ما انت بنعمت ربک بمجنون، میرے حبیب آپ دیوانے نہیں ہیں، آپ کی باتیں ادھر ادھر کی نہیں ہیں. تو قسم کس چیز کی؟ قلم کی. تو خود اندازہ کیجئے یہ قلم کتنا عظمت والا ہے جس کی اللہ قسم کھائے، ایسے لیے کہ کائنات میں اگر علم دیا گیا، علم الانسان بالقلم، قلم کے ذریعے. اور شاید یہی راز تھا خلاق کائنات نے صاحبان قلم کی تعریف کرتے ہوئے ان کی عظمت اتنا ہی ہے کہ ارشاد ہوتا ہے اول ما خلق اللہ القلم، اس کائنات میں پہلا مخلوق، پہلی مخلوق، پہلا موجود اگر ہے وہ ہے قلم. یعنی کون قلم؟ کون تھا قلم؟ یعنی قلم میں نے علم دینے والا. تو کائنات میں جس ذات مقدس کی تخلیق ہوئی اور اس نے کائنات کو علم دے دیا، وہ ذات مقدس رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم تھی. لہذا عزیزان گرامی، یقیناً ڈاکٹر صاحب قابل تعریف ہیں اور قابل توصیف ہیں جنہوں نے ہاتھ میں قلم لے کے ایسے موضوع کو چھیڑا. یقیناً حالانکہ بہرحال یہ ہماری کشف فکری ہے. کبھی کبھی کہا جاتا ہے قرآن کا موضوع الگ ہے، سائنس کا موضوع الگ ہے، یہ ہماری کشف فکری ہے. کبھی کبھی کہا جاتا ہے دنیا کا علم ہے، آخرت کا علم الگ ہے. عزیزان گرامی، ہر وہ علم، ہر وہ لفظ، ہر وہ فکر جو انسان کو خدا تک پہنچائے وہ علم دین ہے، وہ علم قرآن ہے، وہ علم اسلام ہے. چاہے بایولوجی ہو، چاہے کیمسٹری ہو، چاہے فزکس ہو، چاہے ہسٹری ہو، کوئی بھی علم ہو جو انسان کو خدا تک پہنچائے وہ اصل علم اسلام کا علم ہے، وہی علم دین ہے. لہذا عزیزان گرامی آپ توجہ فرمائیے گا. آپ صرف نماز روزہ کی جگہ پر قرآن مجید میں 6666 آیات میں سے صرف 250 آیتیں عبادات کے متعلق ہے. نماز پڑھو، روزہ رکھو، حج کرو، زکوٰۃ دو، وضو کرو، اس کے لیے 250 آیتیں ہیں، لیکن ہم کو فکر کرنے کے لیے، سوچنے کے لیے، ریسرچ کرنے کے لیے ہم کو ریسرچ کرنا چاہیے. 750 آیتیں ہیں قرآن پاک میں. افلا یتدبرون افلا تنظرون افلا تعقلون. تم فکر کیوں نہیں کرتے؟ تم سوچتے کیوں نہیں؟ ہم نے تم کو دماغ دیا، ہم نے تم کو عقل دی. فبشر عباد الذین یستمعون القول. بشارت ہے ان صاحبان فکر کی، ان پروفیسرز کی، ان اسٹوڈنٹ کے لیے بشارت ہے جو سنتے ہیں سب کی. ہم کو سب کی سننا ہے، چاہے ڈارون ہو چاہے کچھ اور ہو، سننا تو سب کی ہے. کسی کی زبان پر پابندی نہیں لگانا ہے. ہاں اگر ادب میں بولے اور اگر بے ادبی کرے تو سلمان رشدی ہے. بے ادبی پسند نہیں کریں گے، ہرگز نہیں بے ادبی پسند کریں گے. ہاں اگر ادب کے اندر، حدود احترام کے اندر اگر بولتا ہے فبشر عباد الذین یستمعون القول، بشارت ہے ان لوگوں کے لیے جو سب کی سنتے ہیں. فیتبعون ما احسن، مگر پھر درج کرتے ہیں، اتباع کرتے ہیں اسی کی جو سب سے بہتر ہوتا ہے، سب سے اچھی چیز ہوتی ہے. لہٰذا اللہ ہم کو توفیق دے. عزیزان گرامی دعا کیجئے، ہم بھی دعا کریں کہ اللہ ہم کو ریسرچ کا توفیق دے، تحقیق کی توفیق دے، اور جو آیات الہی ہمارے سامنے ہیں ان کے بارے میں غور و فکر کرنے کی تحقیق ہم کو پروردگار عالم صلاحیت عنایت دے. الہی بجاہ محمد و آل محمد، الہی بحق خاتم النبیین سید المرسلین محمد بن عبد اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وآلہ وبحق علی امیر المؤمنین وبحق بعزت رسول اللہ فاطمہ الزہرا سیدۃ نساء العالمین وبحق الحسن والحسین. الہی اصلک صلی علی محمد و آل محمد. اللہم ادخل اہل القبور السرور، اللہم اغنی کل فقیر، اللہم اشف کل جائع، اللہم اقص کل عریان، اللہم اقصدنا کل مدین، اللہم فرجنا کل مکروب، اللہم رد کل غریب، اللہم فک کل اسیر، اللہم اصلح کل فاسد من امور المسلمین، اللہم اشف کل مریض، اللہم سد فقرنا بغنا، اللہم غیر سوء حالنا بحسن حالک، اللہم غیر سوء حالنا بحسن حالک، اللہم اغز عنا الدین واغننا من الفقر انک لا كل شيء قدير برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته واخر دعوانا ان الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Shukriya. I thank the audience and the guests who have added a grace to the gathering. I am thankful to Arshad Salih for arrangements and layout. Thanks for Rafisa for honoring my invitation. Thanks to Asif for his personal to record proceedings. Asif Ali, Akar, Amjad, Saeed Sajjad and others for making this program possible. Wassalam, fi amanillah.
Thank you so much. That is really great. Keep it up. Keep it up. Thanks.
What's like, sir? Nice, sir.
That's great.
Badan Alman broken board bersama berdiri. Thanking you is my dishes.
Whether the knowledge is not history or single geography reduced to God, it is always explicable.
Tu gimana ano? Sofran da işte. Haşim bir yerde çalıyor.
Şerefi su bepere.
Nativas de Pacho.
Ai que personal gari.
Essa aqui é height. Jana, Pedro?
Research English to bad plan bola na.
Tamam, çok kadar değil insana exposure kısa.
Taşın ustadım söyledi.
चलने वाले को ठीक है
No. Ecco. Finiro? Ah.
मुस्तफ़ साहब कैसा रहा सब कुछ? राइट,
Everything was all right. Most respectful in that time, like this thing.
सही कुछ टेप नंबर
खुद लिखे
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming once again. Very good. Very fast.
Wind it up. Rewind it.
ये डॉक्टर आपको वो जगह से वाइफ ऑफ
record.
Archie sir, I need one book, sir.
Thank you. What would you get?
Well, Archie sir, want you ask him back के
Sir, yours koro was hand over.
What, sir?
Book, sir. Thank you so much. Probably up.
Operasına başlıyor. Tim.